Hey guys, this is Dig here, and I just wanted to bring you a 1v1. This is a PvZ on Xel'naga caverns. I'm spawning up in the top right as the red Protoss pieces, and in the bottom left is the blue zerg pieces. The reason I'm bringing you this game is because a lot of people have been having problems with fast expanding zerg or just zerg in general. When I was talking with my friends playing on the ladder, we really do not like playing zerg. That's why I said I hate PvZ. I never win. Of course, zerg players hate Protoss. They think we're OP, but oh well. As you can see, this zerg is no exception. So I'm sending out a scout here on 10, around 10 or 9. What I really am looking for is to see if he's fast expanding or if he has some cheese coming my way, like a 6 pool or an 8 pool. I queued up a bunch of crap to scout around. I give me my gateway down right on 10 because I'm planning, if the zerg does fast expand, I'm going to go very, very fast for warp gate rush. I've found that if I wait a while, the zerg will have a ton of spine crawlers and a ton of roaches. It's just not fun, and it really sucks. So as I'm scouting here, I pretty much see the no spawning pool, and this tells me that he must be fast expanding. And of course there's our zerg. He throws down the spawning pool around 14 or 15. So that triggers me into my base to definitely go ahead with the 4 warp gate strat. If he was playing a little bit more balanced, I'd probably gonna go with like the 6 entry fast expand. I throw down the cybernetics core. I already have gas going, and my plan is to do like a Korean for warp gate. Just save up chrono boosts and chrono boost the crap out of the cybernetics core and the upgrade. Running my scouting probe back because every probe counts, and I want to kind of lose this tail that I have because I need to throw down proxy pylons that I don't want to discover. Make sure always you use a wall in and have a little door and have your zealot on hold position, which he is. The way my probe just walked through here is that I clicked on a mineral line. If you don't know how to do that, you can get through hold position units by clicking on a mineral line, or units that are attacking. It's called mineral walking. Just click on any crystal patch and your probe will go through. So this drone will be able to be kept alive forever if you're chasing it with the zealot. I'm not even gonna bother trying to hide my tech or warp gate a stalker out. It's very key to save chrono boosts and save your warp gates up pretty fast. I was a little bit slow. My macro was a little bit off, so I wasn't able to get all 4 warp gates up as fast as I wanted to. You'll notice when this rush finally hits, I'm only gonna have like 3 warp gates up. So the rush is almost done. I'm almost have the warp gate. I throw 2 pylons down here at the bottom because I know the zerg, typically when they fast expand, they get spine crawlers right here at the front of the ramp, but it usually leaves the back of the mineral line exposed, which is wonderful for Protoss. So what I plan on doing is getting 2 rounds of units warped in, and then when my gas gets up here a little bit, I'm going to warp in some stalkers, and the stalkers are going to camp out right behind here. I could probably put some pressure with these 3 zealots, but these spine crawlers would finish, and he may decide to either spin slings and kill my pylon, or just start D'ing up faster. As it turns out, he is throwing down 2 more spine crawlers, so it'll be a total of 5, and that's a lot to actually deal with. If this rush was coming on the front of the base, there's no way it would be successful. But I managed to sneak my army back in here, and we'll just look at the income tab. At this point, we're even, and I have far superior army. So I'm going to use the crystals against them. The mineral patches, right here you want them, your zealots out in front, so I'm going to micro back, save the stalkers, and the stalkers are just going to be able to have free reign and just hit that hatchery. You do want to put zealots on a hold position so they don't run up and attack. They also helps create a wall. A couple zerglings getting through this bigger hole. I will be putting a zealot there shortly. Hopefully keeping this sire alive back up. 5 kills on it. And you notice these spine crawlers, absolutely worthless, not doing anything. Again, zealots on hold position. Really, the only queen has range. He doesn't have roaches out. Warping in zerglings, and zealots are being pretty cost effective here, keeping my stalkers alive. Finally, one stalker finally dies. But as you can see, this one has 7 hit points. It was down. It did take damage on its hit points, but if you can micro them well, you should not lose any stalkers. The only things that are going to get hit are the zealots. So, moving calls around, already took out the hatchery. This was kind of a mismicro on my part. Should not be running through there at any point in time. That just was a waste of units. Went for the gold. I could get the high ground. I had a probe. I wanted to make sure that I got a pylon up there and be able to warp directly into his base and bypass any of these spine crawlers. So at this point, he's almost about to clean it up, and I should be warping in units any minute. There they are. What I should have done is, if I had enough gas, you can warp in the sentry and actually force field this off. That way it would isolate all of these spine crawlers. I just didn't have enough gas for that at the time. Or I wasn't thinking. Now I do have enough gas. My next warping should be for a sentry. Here they come. But at this point, you're already in the Zerg base. You already have a larger army. You should have an income advantage, only ever so slightly income advantage. My probe did die. That was down here with the proxy. But zealots in the Mineral is never a good thing for Zerg. To sell it with 11 kills. That's pretty cost effective. And so the reason I probably got this guy watching guys this game, he should be GGing any moment now. There it is. That's a good game. So the reason I want to show you this game is that a lot of standard 4 warp gates seem to don't work against Zerg now. They're expecting it. They're going to get spine crawlers. They're going to get roaches. Really, the goal of this rush, you can do it on Xel'naga caverns if they neglect to put an overlord back here. You could also do it possibly up here if there's no overlord, and you could kind of maybe skirt around this edge right here and up into the main. But it's been my experience that if they do decide to fast expand on Xel'naga, they're going to be putting their defenses right up here, which is attack. And if you see like overlords sitting over here or watching these lines, go ahead and put a pylon out of range, out of back, where this distance is, I mean, you can see the mineral patches from this pylon. So if there's an overlord here, he should not be able to see this pylon, but he would see those. So just keep in mind, use your brain, use your head. Typically Zerg players, like I said, like to keep their spine crawlers right out in front. You can get in behind here with a stalker and zealots and be able to put your zealots in a hold position, put your stalkers behind them, and hit the hatchery. So hope you enjoy this video, and you guys have a